What's up guys, Sam here doing another video, and today I'm doing the first review. So basically it's a new series where I review games and say whether like the good points of them, the bad points of them, and whether or not to get them. If you can't tell, I have lost my voice. It's a bit better now, but I'm still a tiny bit on the recovery side, so that's why there's been no videos recently. But I'm sorry about that. So I tried to get one out for you. So this is the new series. So yeah, let's get going. Today we're going to be reviewing, or whatever, doing Battlefield. So I'm going to have gameplay of it because a lot of you wanted to say, is it good? Is it better than Battlefield 3? Is it better than Call of Duty? Whether or not I should get it instead of Call of Duty. So yeah, first of all, I've already said this year, Call of Duty, don't get it. If you're thinking to get a first-person shooter and you're looking at Battlefield or Call of Duty, definitely go for Battlefield. Like a few of the reasons, it's much prettier. The graphics is just really good, really crisp, and especially on the single player that you'll see a bit later. It's really crisp and lifelike, which just adds that extra experience in the game rather than COD. It's kind of the same every year, and what this says it's the same every year. I've liked it in the past, but this year doesn't really cut it for me, and Battlefield just has something this year. Battlefield 3 was pretty good, but Battlefield 4, it just has clicked something for me this year, and that is definitely one of my favourite games now of all time. It's a really good game, guys. Like, if you were gonna get it, a lot of people I know say this, and some people don't agree with this, but wait till next gen if you're going to get Battlefield 4. Sorry about that. Because like half the things that people are like, oh, it's gonna be fine, it's just gonna be the mechanics. People are just saying that, so we have to buy extra consoles. No, my friend bought it. He said total waste of money. You need to wait till next gen, because half them, like the things that are in the game, will either lag out your PlayStation or just literally won't work. They haven't been added in the first version because the designers have thought, okay, it's not going to work for the consoles, so we're just not going to put it in there. If you played the beta, like when the skyscraper fall down, you'll know that's what I'm kind of talking about. Basically, it didn't really fall down, it kind of just sank. It was like one picture and then the next, or it lagged out a lot. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, especially on next gen, that the graphics do really make it that extra special, and why it does conquer Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty, I will be doing a review on it. It has a decent storyline, but the multiplayer is just the same every year, but it's a little bit worse. And just Battlefield, so much better, guys. So yeah, I would not recommend getting it on the last gen, or the last gen before the PS4, the new gen. Any like PS3 or Xbox, I think it's quite good on PC, but I would not recommend you to get it on the PS3 or the Xbox, as I just said, the mechanics don't work, and if you buy it now, then you're gonna have to buy it again, another time. So I would just wait for next gen. Because just generally it's way better on next gen, and you're not going to get the full experience out of it. The Battlefield on campaign is one of the best things I've ever played. Like a lot of the where the buildings fall down, that does come into play relatively amounts in big open spaces. Like there's different pathways, different ways you can kill enemies. In terms of like the buildings and stuff, you'll see in a sec. The campaign. But yeah, the campaign is a really good experience, much better than the Call of Duty campaign. For some reason, the Call of Duty, they go down the same sort of type of thing every year. It has the same storyline, but Battlefield 4, like, it's so crisp and so interesting that, especially if you have headphones, like on the PS4, there's a headphone jack. You really do feel like you're in the game with those graphics, and it looks like it looks like real life. Really intense, really interesting. Like, there's never a dull moment in it. Like the first mission, I think you're seeing gameplay of it here. You start off just walking through a building, you go through a school, you go out, you head to a factory roof, it gets fall down, gets shot by helicopters, you get in a jeep, have to cut a man's leg off and drive into the sea. So that's literally the first campaign, the first level of the campaign summed up for you. And it's really action packed. So definitely, if you're looking for a game that looks prettier, more action, and you're not going to get bored of. Battlefield is the game to get rather than Call of Duty. I know everyone will end up getting Call of Duty. Don't say you won't, because it's just fact, everyone will. But if you're looking to get a game first, or you're looking for an interesting game, which looks good on the next gen, that you can actually notice that difference, because you cannot notice the difference between COD Ghosts on PS3 and PS4 or Xbox 360 or Xbox One. It just doesn't. They haven't used the graphics. I don't know if that's, I know I've said before, if that's because it's made for both consoles, or that it just doesn't. But Battlefield 4, you can definitely tell the difference, like the lights, shading, and the water, it just all comes together, and it really does make an action-packed game. So yeah, that's general Battlefield. Like, it's a very good game. As I just said, if you're looking for action-packed one, definitely go for Battlefield rather than Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty, if you've already got it, the Ghosts, it's not very good. It's, you know, it's the same COD every year, and it's just, it doesn't like click, or is it as interesting as the old ones, like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 days. Those were the best days. I think you'll agree with me there. But now they're just going into a pit. They're digging their own grave. Battlefield is just so good. If you guys haven't played Battlefield and you're scared, oh, I want to play COD, I don't want to play any of this Battlefield stuff, I was like that. And trust me on this, once I played Battlefield, once you play with friends, it's just one of the funniest and best experiences I have on console. Just like going in a helicopter with 7 of your friends, jumping out, crashing into buildings, in jeeps, killing enemies, jumping off buildings, doing whatever the hell you want, guys. Like COD, like you have a restricted map area and then you're shooting, you can't shoot any buildings. Battlefield, like, even though there's a restricted area, it gives you time to get out that area. There's buildings that fall down, so you feel much more free in terms of like the map changing and what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. And the maps are obviously much bigger, so you could just, like, some people are like, oh, you have to run for ages. No, that is definitely not true. There's vehicles that spawns, you have Harriers, jet skis, all the vehicles you can imagine. Like, it's amazing. One of the funniest experiences I've had on console when you're definitely with your friends. It is probably a game that you should play with your friends rather than just on your own, because then it might be just a bit, it's interesting and better than COD, but once you get your friends online, it's just amazing. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you smash that like button below. If you want more reviews, subscribe to become a TheSamBrother today, and I'll see you in the next one.